in a few minutes. Awesome. Thanks, Dan. All right, see ya. Bye. Okay, sorry.
Good.
Or are we live?
Welcome in, everybody. Day one here at ICAST 2024. As promised, we got a special guest, Bob Downey. Thanks for joining us this morning. It's going to be a lot of fun. So you're one of my favorite people to talk tackle with, talk fishing. I've got the chance to fish with you a handful of times, so it seemed like a match made in heaven to start day one.
Absolutely.
So the first thing we were going to talk about is the Minn Kota Quest.
Yeah.
First time I got to even use the trolling motor was with you on the water. You've had a whole year of using it now. Like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. I've been blown away with the power of it. The thing is super fast, very efficient with batteries, very quiet too. If you're on 6 or 7 or less, you can't even hear that thing running. So I've been really impressed with it. I've used it at Smith Lake here in Alabama. Recently, I had to chase suspended fish around in the abyss, and you got to cover a crazy amount of water to find those things. So I had it on 8 to 10 all day long, going 3 miles an hour or more, just hunting those spots down. And you can go fast, but you also don't burn up your batteries, which is really key. You know, in a 8 to 10 hour tournament day, 14-hour practice day, you got to be on that thing heavy all day long, never burn through my system. And I was really impressed with it there. Along with being in shallow grass, the thing just burns up through heavy vegetation too. So yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance, do yourself a favor, get in someone's boat that has a Quest, go check it out at your local dealer. I've been very impressed with it.
Absolutely. So, as mentioned, we're here in the Johnson Outdoors booth. We're going to walk around. This is going to be a little bit like the new product showcase in the sense that we're just going to, kind of take it second by second, really. And we're going to head over right now to the St. Croix or Rapala booth. Which one do you want to pick first?
Let's go St. Croix first.
All right,
I think they're right on the way.
So naturally, we've lucked out in picking a few booths that are fairly close by, but later on, we're going to get some steps in. There's plenty of stuff to see here, and it's a really big area. So,
did you have a big breakfast today?
I didn't have a breakfast at all.
Oh,
so I'm really pushing it.
Gotta have a big breakfast before ICAST.
Yeah, I know.
Because you get your steps in, you burn some calories.
See, I'm just burning. I'm just burning calories. I'm not eating calories. I'm just burning calories.
You're fasting today?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, that might work too.
So, once again, we've got Laura A.G. running the camera today, which is going to be a real test as she's walking backwards, and I feel really bad for her. But she's getting a great shot job here. Yeah, there's no question.
Yes.
We're gonna watch out for obstacles because there's plenty of people around. There's trash cans. There's booths. There's everything around here. So
yes, it's quite wild here at ICAST, but it's a place to be right now.
That is for sure. Let me ask you this: as a bass fisherman, professional bass fisherman, this is your career. How bad does being here at a trade show just make you want to go fish with all the new products that you see?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you see a lot of cool stuff here, not only from the bigger brands, but there's small brands that have really unique stuff, and you see it and kind of think, I wonder if I could trick one with that bait. So yeah, for sure, it gets you fired up to get out on the water and try a bunch of new stuff. But yeah, we're here at the St. Croix booth. I'll walk you guys through. I was talking to Ryan Teach and Jesse earlier, kind of what they thought might be best to highlight. And they said, hey, just pick out some things you've been using recently.
Sure.
So we're going to visit the Avid series of rods first, which is, near and dear to my heart. I've been using that series of rods for 20 plus years. They revamped it last year. And then we can maybe jump into some of the new stuff. But yeah, let's just check out one particular rod that I've been using the last 3 events, and I've cashed 3 checks in a row using the Avid series. So let's highlight that real quick.
Let's do it. That's been a big topic of conversation here. Obviously, you had to miss an event early on.
Yeah.
Birth of your child. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
You're making an incredible comeback right now, and it's getting people's attention that even missing an event, you have a really, really realistic chance to make the Classic. What has this all been like the last few weeks?
It's been wild. I mean, the year's flown by. The birth of our son's been amazing. You know, having him around the house has given us new perspective on life for sure. And I think that's maybe part of the reason why I'm doing all right this year in the latter half of the season. I seem to be fishing just a little more free, letting the day come to me, not really getting spun out if my first area or two doesn't produce. Not getting in a hurry out there, and for whatever reason, things just seem to be materializing on the water. We got a legit shot. We're going north in smallmouth country. If we have a couple good finishes, we can still get in the Classic. So it's been pretty cool the last 4 events.
Outstanding. It really has been fun to watch. And as Bob mentioned, we're here in the St. Croix booth looking at some of the.
Yeah. So these are the Avid series of rods that were revamped last year. They changed the handle on them a little bit. They hadn't been revamped in probably 15 to 20 years. Really cool, new handles, new logos on them. We've got, you know, the Avid series for bass. We've got some in the panfish lineup here. I've primarily been using the 7-foot medium fast in the spinning rod. On Murray, I was drop shotting with that around grass. Wheeler, I was drop shotting with that around grass and stumps. And then on Smith, I was throwing a 1/4 ounce all-terrain scope TG head with a Rapala plastic for suspended spotted bass. So if you guys are looking for a really versatile bass rod at a good price point, you know, these Avids are, you know, a little bit, I'd say more mid-range price point compared to some of the other St. Croix rods. But it's been a staple in their lineup for a long time. I've been happy with the revamp, and it's put a lot of fish in the boat for me in the last 3 events, doing a lot of different stuff. So check out the Avid series. It's an SC3 Plus material. So it used to be just SC3 primarily. The Plus adds a little bit of sensitivity and takes a little bit of weight off the rod too. So really crisp in hand, lightweight. It's a joy to fish with all day long.
And you mentioned this a little bit, but with the Avid series, at least I've always noticed this, and you can maybe speak to this, it seems like all the actions are very versatile actions. Like there's maybe not as many actions as other series, but you know, like in the casting rods, the 7-foot medium heavies, and speak to the importance, you know, like you mentioned earlier, with 7-foot medium spinning rod, like having rods that you can do a lot with. It allows you to, you know, carry less and be more versatile with your, you know, rod selections.
Yeah, so that is one really cool thing about that series of rods. You know, they don't get super fancy with the 7.3s, the 7.7s, and the intricate little actions and powers that you do see in some of their higher end rods, which those have their time and place, no doubt about it. I use them. But if you're someone that wants a couple rods in the boat that can do a lot of different things, the Avid series caters to that angler. You can get a 7-foot medium heavy fast, 7-foot medium fast, and like a 7.6 medium heavy fast, and do a lot of different things with those casting rods. You might get a 7-foot medium fast in the spinning rod, and then let's say a 7-foot medium light in the spinning rods, and you can do a lot of things with those 4 to 5 different rods and really do whatever you need, whether it's bass, walleye, if you're a multi-species angler. Absolutely. You can just do a lot with those actions, and they're priced right. They look really nice now. St. Croix, you know, been a staple in the industry for a long time, and I'm just super happy with what they did with that series of rods.
So from one series of rods that's been around forever, you know, like you said, you've been fishing with this lineup of rods and various, you know, revamps for a really long time to, you know, what about the Physics? That's something that's new. I know really caught a lot of eyes at the Classic when they were, you know, shown there at first. And, you know, on the Elite Series, we've seen them used a good bit with yourself, Trey McKinney, a lot of the guys using those rods. Let's find a Physics, and you can kind of walk us through those, because they are certainly more unique, I would say.
Yeah,
in a
let's
lot of
see
ways.
here. We'll have to do a little walking and searching here. I didn't prep myself for those. Let's see. Where are the Physics rods
Well, there's
at?
so much to see, too. That's the reality of it.
All right.
Behind the tower. Can you sign this for me later on? Like, since I see
Value will go down exponentially if I sign it.
Sign this,
You want to go?
Like if I get an ad or something, you can sign up for it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I see you on TV.
As long as you promise you don't sell it on eBay, because they're going really hot right now.
You're just as famous as the Leatherman that I watched.
I
Yeah.
couldn't.
It's hard to walk around with
Ryan,
Kyle.
Ryan
'cause
put me on blast here.
Yeah, he's such
right
a
off the
popular
jump.
guy, and always getting hit up for autographs.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Front and center. We should have known they were going to be front and center.
Yeah, we had a little delay with Kyle. He's just getting fanboyed a little bit, so that's to be expected, though. Yeah, right.
That's what it is.
All right, so we found.
Well, I couldn't be any more uncomfortable if we tried.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we found the physics rods here. As Kyle stated, these came out at the Classic. So a little bit about these things. The blank, first of all, is an unpainted blank. So for St. Croix, that's a little bit out of the norm. You see a lot of painted blanks from St. Croix. What that does is it lightens it up. It balances the rod really well. So it's not tip heavy as much. The material is the same material you find in the Legend Tournament Bass series, the blue rods. But it's unpainted, and we got a different guide train and different handle. So that's what separates it from the Legend tournaments, a different guide train. The handle is more their Trigon handle that we saw in the Mojo Bass series last year. So a little bit more of a triangular shape. It's a carbon fiber handle, so the sensitivity is insane, but it does have some grippy material on it. We've got some texture here, and then this is more of a rubberized material, the white you see there. So even though it's carbon fiber, you can still fish this, if you're palm sweaty on a hot day or if it's raining out, you're not going to lose grip on this rod. So really cool little trigger there on the back end. I wasn't really sure if I would use that much, but you do notice yourself grabbing that, on a long cast. You're not using it flipping so much, but on a long cast, it fits nice in your hand and gives you a little bit more power there. But the physics rods are very unique in terms of the handle, the matte finish blank with no paint. Really cool series of rods. If you're looking for a higher end bass rod that's lightweight, bounces really well in your hand, the physics is definitely one to check out. So, and there's some cool new spinning rods that were added to this lineup this year. They're calling them minnow shakers. We're all familiar with the jig head minnow recently in the bass world. If you're looking for a really good hover strolling rod, St. Croix came out with 3 new actions in the physics that are shorter rods. It allows you to have a little bit more control over that minnow when you're trying to hover it perfectly over those fish. So cool new addition as well to the physics line. But we got one more cool series, the Black Bass, that I want to show everybody too. The price point is amazing for these rods. I've been able to prototype them for the last 6 months. So should we go check those out?
Let's do it.
Right.
I've been looking forward to seeing these myself because I didn't get to see them yesterday. So
yeah.
I have a couple of pins in my backpack in case I need to sign them.
Okay.
You'll only need one. It's for Mr. Bob
for
Downey
Kyle.
here.
Yeah. But the Black Bass is it's going to be priced lower than the Mojo Bass series. So I think they're going to be in that 150 to 200 range, so priced really well. For the person that wants to maybe put 8 to 10 different rods in their boat, they're going to be able to afford to do that. What I like about them is they actually are made out of the material as the old Avid series. So it's SC3 material, which is one of my favorite materials that St. Croix has used over the years. It's real fishy, it's sensitive, it's lightweight enough. But they're a little softer in general, which I really like for your hook to land ratio.
Sure.
So we'll go check those out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got them right here.
Now I have a lot more hair. Very different
So we've got, I'll just pull a spinning rod model and a casting rod off. So first of all, just the finish on them, they're more of a silvery paint. And then we've got a new handle design. This is an EVA foam with some cork on there. We've got a bit of an exposed seat here at the front, a nice little locking nut. These handles look way more high-end than what the price point is on these rods. I've been super impressed with them. Like I said, I've used them for about 6 months now, and I've really been blown away at them. I didn't realize that they were going to be priced where they're at. So for the price point, I've been super impressed. We got the spinning rod handle here, more of a forward grip. on there with the locking nut on the backside.
Do you want to walk us through
several
the new
different
casting reel?
hook holders depending on the technique. But these are beautiful rods for the price point that they're at. Like I said, they're going to be less than the Mojo Bass series, and a newer handle that St. Croix really hasn't had a lot of EVA foam in their handles in past years. So that's a little bit of a new deal for them. But like I said, if you like the Avid series of rods previous to the new ones in the SC3 material, do yourself a favor, check out the Black Bass series. Same blanks, different handle on them, a little bit different guide train. And you can fill the boat with, we got several different actions in these things, all the way from your flipping rods to your, we've got a chatterbait rod in here that has some glass in it. If you like the Mojo Bass glass or the Legend Tournament glass rods, we've got one in the Black Bass series that's all glass too. So really cool new series from St. Croix that I will definitely have a few of those in my boat.
And like you said, when you're talking about price point, when you're trying to build an arsenal, a lot of times like this price point is the one you're looking at to build different technique specific, like you said, like a chatterbait rod and specific techniques. And
100%.
One of the things, I haven't even seen these till right now, is the color of them. I really like the color. It's like a matte gray. I don't know how easy it is to see on camera, but that is like a really, really sweet color.
Yeah, and the grips are awesome. I really like the grips on them. It's different for St. Croix.
Sure.
But I think they did a really good job. I look at like when I was in high school or college, getting into tournament bass fishing and really wanting to build my arsenal, to have 10, 12, 15 different rods in the boat. If you're looking to build your arsenal, you can do it with these at a reasonable price, and you're going to get a good quality product along with it. So super happy with that series and excited to kind of see how that takes off in the industry.
Awesome. And we're right next to the Rapala booth
as
well.
Convenient,
so I mean, again, we're really lucking out as far as how close some of the booths we're going to. It's a busy booth over there. A lot of people.
Busy.
We're gonna go navigate around, see if we can show some of the new Crush City products, some of the new hard baits, and let's go do it.
All right, let's go.
We'll be right back.
Okay. Now it looked like a
Always loved the look of this booth.
It is very nice.
Very modern, very nice.
Do you want to start with Crush City or hard baits?
Let's do it. That's
Crush City stuff?
Yeah, let's do Crush City.
Okay.
There's several different mold or different plastics coming out there. So
yeah, we got a few new shapes in the Crush City lineup. Some of you have probably heard of some of them on the national tournament scene already. We've got a smaller version of the Mayor, which is a swim bait. It'd be a smallmouth killer, spotted bass killer. But we've got them out of package over here, some big 3D prints. Let's go check them out. We've got a lot of camera guys already in the booth. You want to get right in the mix or do the hard baits first?
We can do the hard baits first.
All right,
we'll give it a moment.
Okay, let's go swing around and do hard baits, and we'll stay away from the other paparazzi.
Sometimes you got to punt. Sometimes you gotta accept your fate and you gotta punt. That's what we're doing right now. We're punting.
Yeah. All right. So we decided to do hard baits first. So the three that I'm most excited about, we got a new topwater, a deeper Maverick. So the topwater is a Jowler, deeper Maverick, and then we got a bigger Rocco. So we'll start with that topwater. This is the Jowler 127. It's a really pretty big topwater bait with a unique lip to it. This thing spits water like crazy and it throws really well too. I've thrown this for about 3 months now. Comes with premium VMC redline trebles. It's a round bend treble, a feathered treble on the back. You can bomb this thing. So situations like Lake Murray, Patrick Walters, you saw put this to use already in his win. Mississippi River smallmouth on sand drops when they're chasing minnows and shad. This thing's gonna be pretty deadly out there. Some really cool colors. We got our standard, we got the chrome, kind of your bone colors. These are two of them that are really unique. This is, I think, is gonna be great for smallmouth. And then anytime you get in really crystal clear water, I think this one's going to be deadly too. This one's clear ice. This one is oaky bone. So a couple cool colors in that jowler. And then the Deep Maverick, this is one we needed. You know, especially with forward facing these days, having a deeper jerk bait is a big deal. It gets down to those fish. This thing gets really deep, 10 to 12 feet on a long cast on 8 to 10 pound fluorocarbon. Casts really well. I've used it for deep smallmouth already this spring. It's got a huge lip on it, but it throws really well. That's going to be a really good bait all year long, but especially in the springtime when those fish are just kind of starting to float up and move up. And then we got a big Rocco. This is a big Rocco 6. So if you guys are looking for a bigger square bill, we've got an option now that's really good. You know, whether you're throwing it on clay points down south, like Lake Fork, you see a lot of big square bills thrown on clay points, or if you're in muddy water situations, throwing around laydowns, that sort of deal. So those are the 3 hard baits I'm most excited about. We got some new colors in the DTs too, the standard DT lineup.
You can never have too many colors of DTs.
No.
Especially when spring rolls around, DT6, DT10,
right.
See some new crawdad colors. But, you know, it's funny when we're talking about the Maverick, when it first came out, the original one, the first one, one of the things you and I had talked about on water was that you loved that bait, but in certain scenarios, it just didn't get down deep enough. And as soon as I saw this bait was going to be released at ICAST, you're the first person I thought of because you mentioned how much you wanted a deeper version. So
well, last year we were on the water and we were on like a 25-foot hump with smallmouth, and they would fly up off the bottom for a deep jerk bait, but we didn't have a Maverick, so now we do, right?
100%.
Yeah.
Now you got it. And then another thing with the jowler, you know, that's the first bait you hit on, but that bait is such a good bait for schooling fish. Like you said, Lake Murray was, you know, you saw Patrick Walters use it there. One of the things we talked about last night at the new product showcase was like the, I guess for lack of better terminology, like the lips off the side of it. Like that causes a lot of commotion, you know, kind of explain that, because that's a lot of times when you're trying to get the attention of those fish that are suspended looking up, like a lot of commotion is a lot of times what you're looking for.
So if you're in a situation where you got a little bit of breeze on the water, it's not flat calm, you need a little more commotion to really get the attention of those fish. Like on Champlain, for example, a lot of those fish are chasing bait around in the open, and if they're 5 to 10 foot down and you got a little bit of breeze on the water, you can call them up with a loud topwater like that. So those clear water situations where you got a little breeze and you need to really slash the water and spit water to get them to come up, that's where this thing's really going to shine.
Perfect. So we'll take another gander over here and
see
if we
Crush
can,
City?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Now I gotta ask you, Bob, because we're walking over here to this table, and my first thought is, if I was having to do this in front of all these people standing around, I would really not want to. How are we feeling right now?
I think I'm feeling all right. I got my good buddy Kyle with me.
I mean, we're doing this together.
He's giving me some good emotional support, so I think I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
All right. So, Crush City, we expanded the lineup here in 2024. Some of you have probably seen some of these shapes, like the Mooch Minnow has been around, you know, on the, you know, national scene since this spring. This is a really unique minnow style bait. You know, we're in the world of the jig head minnow right now in the bass world. What I really like about this thing, you know, yeah, it's a great minnow profile bait, but it's made out of TPE material. So you can put this on a jig head with super glue and fish with this one bait most of the day. You might have to go through 2 or 3 in a day, but it's going to last you a long time. It's got a really unique tail to it. It's kind of like a helicopter type tail. It's got a tab on the bottom and a tab on the top. So when you just straight reel this thing, that tail quivers ever so slightly. If you ever watched a shad swim through the water, they don't really have a big tail kick. It's really tight. And that's what this tail does for you. If you get in a situation where, hey, they're maybe turned off by that, you can just clip these off and just go with a straight tail too. So a little bit customizable as well, but the Mooch Minnow, the thing's already dominated. A lot of guys are using it that aren't sponsored by Rapala, that have, you know, hoarded my baits. And so the Mooch Minnow is a really good one for sure. Should we go over the other shapes as well?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we got a more of a creature style bait. This is the hedgehog. I would say this is more of a medium profile. It's going to be good on Carolina rig. You could throw it on the back of a football jig. You could Texas rig this and flip it in dirty water too. The hedgehog's going to be a really good creature bait. More of a, like I said, medium profile, not necessarily super small or. What's up, Kyle?
How you doing?
Good.
One buddy Kyle to the next buddy.
I mean, now we got another Kyle.
Kyles are
here.
everywhere. We could just like switch them in and out constantly.
Yeah, we're just talking New Crush City stuff. So
Yep.
we talked about the mooch minnow, the hedgehog. Have you used this one at all?
I have. I used this one this past week at Pickwick for the MPFL.
Yeah.
I actually used this one, but I've used the hedgehog a ton.
You have?
I weighed in like half my bass on Wheeler on this actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Flipping it, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I was flipping it to isolated wood, and
Yeah.
you do a couple different things with it. If you want to Carolina rig it or stuff like that, just how it is fine. But when I'm flipping it in heavy cover, I actually take these front two off.
Okay.
Kind of slides in and out a lot
yeah,
better.
yeah.
But caught a lot
Okay.
of big ones at home on that thing. I'm kind of disappointed that the guys I fish against are going to get those because
Yeah.
it's been really, really good.
Has it?
Yeah.
It's a nice profile. It's not too big, not too small.
Yep.
Good bite getter.
I
How
mean-
are you throwing this? Drop shotting or Nico, or what were you
Drop
doing?
shot the most. I've Nico'd it a pretty good bit,
Yeah.
but you know the drop shot's kind of the standard. You
Yeah.
know, and then obviously, you've already talked about the mooch, but
Yeah, yeah.
that thing gets them everywhere now.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's going to have a little bit of playtime here in the next couple of months.
Yeah, a
too,
lot,
I imagine. So, but we also got the new stick bait, and this is called the pig stick. So you might just think it's another stick bait. Yeah, it is. But the unique part about this, we've got a slot here in the middle for the crossover band. It's kind of molded right into the bait there. And this thing's super soft. So the beauty of a good stick bait when you're wacky rigging it, you don't want it to be too stiff, right? You know, you might go through more of them because they're soft, but you want that thing to quiver real nice on the fall. This thing does a really good job of it. I was just throwing this for shallow smallmouth back home, picking them off sight fishing, just cruisers, and this pig stick's going to be a really good stick bait for wacky rigging. I actually used it on the St. John's flipping pads too, so that's a good one. But
And if you compare that on forward-facing sonar to other stick baits,
yeah,
I think it falls the fastest.
falls the fastest.
Yeah, it seems like it falls the fastest, and so you're gonna be able to cover more water with that, even with
Right.
that, weightless.
Right, you can throw it
wacky
at
rig.
suspended fish.
Yep.
So I don't think they got it up here, but we got a new 2.5-inch Mayer too. So smaller swim bait. For me, that's going to be a smallmouth killer.
That might be an early release. I don't know if that's out yet.
Is it not out yet? I see it on the wall over there.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on the wall. Is it?
I don't see it.
It's on the wall over there.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. It is. Okay, so
You're
that will
making
be
me nervous, Kyle.
I was like, oh, I wouldn't have said that. But
There we
Yep.
go. Yeah, this little guy.
Yep.
So we needed this in the lineup for smallmouth and spotted bass. I don't know if I want to open that.
I caught some on that on Smith.
Did you?
Yep, I caught
Yeah.
some on that on Smith.
It's a really good one. You can drop shot this too. I drop shotted, little swim baits on Champlain a lot last year, and looking forward to throwing this up there. But yeah, that's the new additions for Crush City,
Yep.
and they're all good stuff. This is a really good Nico worm. I've Nico rigged this back home a lot. This also has a little slot in the middle for that crossover band. So kudos to Rapala for incorporating that. But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I
Good
mean-
fish catchers.
Really, all Crush City's doing is plugging the holes that we have so far.
Right.
And like
Right.
after all these additions, it's gonna be hard to find a hole to plug. you know?
I agree. So yeah, all good stuff from Rapala, and we're excited to put it to use.
Fellas, I appreciate you a ton. Kyle's gonna kill me for throwing him in the fire there. Bob,
That's all right.
That's what I'm
of
here
course.
for.
That's all right.
Enjoyed it. We will let you guys get back to it. And we will keep moving. We're going to keep moving. Obviously, a lot of people in here, of course. Popular booth. We're going to keep her chugging. Thanks, guys. All right, Laura, I'm going to give you this mic back so we can at least chat back and forth.
Oh boy.
We're going to take a quick stroll over here I've got some plans to go into AFTCO. I see Tommy Sindek. Tommy was a big hit last night on the new product showcase. There's Wes Logan. Wes Logan's who we were looking for. Hey, Mr. Wes. Hey, Mr. Wes. Hey, Wes. Yeah, I did. We're live on YouTube. Straight that way. Whenever you're done. Okay, that'll work.
There he goes.
He's a busy man, just like everybody here. Super busy. And then we turned around and I lost Tommy, so we're gonna keep her moving. Ah, there he is.
A day in the life of ICAST 2024. We are live on the floor.
Okay, so I see Tommy. We're gonna go find him. Great stuff there from Bob and Kyle. Two incredibly detail-oriented guys when it comes to tackle, so good stuff from them. Hey, Tommy. Kyle with Bass again. Tommy with Bass here.
How are we, folks?
Day one of ICAST. We are, what, an hour and a half in. How are we feeling so far?
I'm going to check the step count real quick because that'll be a direct correlation to how I'm feeling.
And we got to figure whatever the step count is now, it's got to be like an eighth of what it will be.
Yeah, it's only going to. Yeah, I'm at 2,300 right now, and it's.
Yeah, we got to get our numbers up.
Those are rookie numbers here.
Here's my thought. Let's walk into the AFTCO booth. Tommy had the chance to come by here this morning, shoot some videos that'll be up on Bassmaster.com. Let's just take a quick pan. Some of the things you saw this morning.
Check it out. Some of the stuff we got to see last night, I threw one of these pieces on. Actually,
Tommy did.
I did.
Tommy tested on a rain jacket.
Yeah.
So that was exciting for everyone.
We got, I mean, really 3 of their flagships are right here, but their big one is going to be right here. From what I heard, this is the Fortress rain suit. This thing is legit. I threw it on last night. I don't have any complaints. It wasn't raining in here, but if it was, I would have been dry. Super light, super comfortable. It's got that real, like, that just feel a rain jacket, and you're like, that's not it. This is it. Like, I'll be honest with you, this is absolutely it. I was impressed with it. You know, I could definitely see me wearing it. They've got great cuffs. Not gonna get water running down your sleeve, that kind of thing. Some new deck pants. Love me some pants. I'm actually a big pants guy when I fish, even over shorts. Just keep the sun off you. Moving over, new women's jacket. This thing feels great. I hope that they make it in men's because I want it.
I know, I'm very pleased that this is in the female range.
Yeah,
because I'm definitely grabbing one of these.
No, they're definitely making some moves for the women anglers, and I know we salute you, women anglers. So get you one of these, the Armaloft. Be good to go. Yeah,
That's comfy looking.
Get one of these for Caitlin.
Yeah, very, very well might be. Next time, drag her out on the water to on one of those cold days. Looks like a warm piece of clothing.
No doubt. Yeah. What I was saying when you were, just a moment ago, I hope they make this in men's. I want it.
It does look very comfortable.
No doubt.
No question about that.
No doubt. So yeah, AFTCO's got a new net.
Let's do it. Dean, Kyle, Jesse with Bass. We are live on the YouTube channel, and we are throwing you into the fire here.
I feel like it.
Tommy is, not the expert on the new rain suit, but you probably know more details about it. If you could maybe tell us some, about the rain suit itself.
On the new hydro?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. They're looking at it right now, but we can move with it in a minute and go through it. It's the Hydro Knot has always been our #1 rain suit. This hydro is a little less money. It's more affordable for the everyday angler. A lot of waterproofing, 50K. Got a zipper fly from all the way down so you can go to the restroom. Fully zippered hood, so you can, when you're running your bass boat across the lake, you got plenty of, keep your hat on, plenty of protection there. So it's an all-around better engineered suit, and we feel at the lower price point we're going to sell a lot more of this.
Outstanding. Well, Dean, we appreciate you a ton. That's the info we needed. Tommy and I can look at it from a standpoint of what maybe an angler looks like. Those are the details that the fans want to know. So we appreciate you a ton. We're going to keep walking around and really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Yep. All right, Tom.
Where we head to next?
I saw a Toyota Tundra around here somewhere.
We gotta go check out
that out.
The Tundra.
We got to figure it out. I'm pretty sure B.A.S. Suspensions is the company we're looking for. it's one that I've been intrigued with.
Yeah.
Naturally, when you walk onto the show floor and you see a Tundra pretty well jacked up, that's a good sign for you got to stop. So, Laura, let's do it. Let's go this
Stay with us now. Come on. I mean, it's just electric out here.
It is. I mean, everybody's having a good time.
Oh, gosh.
You know, we're looking at it now. And, you know, everybody's excited. You can tell there with Joe, very excited. And Tommy, you're going to take me to it because I think you've seen what we're looking for. I'm not sure I have.
I looked at the map for a couple minutes about a week ago, so I'm going to use my photographic memory and guide us there. If I don't know, if we don't get there, don't look at me.
Oh, we're going to make it. I feel
We're
like
going to get
heading
there.
in the right direction now.
We just might take a little roundabout way, but that's okay.
It's all about 90-degree turns. You know, you take a turn, take another turn, take a turn, take another turn. We're just making them right now.
Excuse us. You know, when we were at the AFTCO booth, I should have grabbed one of those new jackets. Not the rain jackets, but an insulated one, because I'm a little cold walking around here right now.
Yeah, you know, it is Orlando in July, so outside it's about as hot as you could possibly imagine. Certain areas of the show floor are very, very chilly.
Yeah,
Which is not a bad thing, especially when you're carrying around a
ice
backpack
chest
like
open.
this. Definitely get pretty winded.
For a truck, can anyone point us towards the truck? There's Mr. Bill Dance right there.
Here's Bill Dance.
Yeah, you know about that? Hey, Bill?
How about that, chat, huh?
Can't beat that.
How are you?
Oh, I see it. You see it, Kyle?
Yeah, I do.
There it is. Wow. Thing looking clean. It does only have 3 wheels on it, so, you know, it's not going anywhere.
We trekked all the way over here, and we want somebody to give us a run through B.A.S. suspensions and just give us the Bruce, our guy.
Bruce is your guy. Yeah. Bruce is our guy. Yeah. Justin is in a meeting, and then he'll be back. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, he did. We wanted to come see it. We saw the Tundra yesterday, so we had to come check that. So we're live on YouTube, and I'll give you the mic, and we're doing this thing straight up. We couldn't
Looks
put
like
you
we
on
are.
the spot any more than
No,
we
you
are
could
right
not. Nope, not at all.
That's what's going to make this great. So, obviously, as you can tell, we've got a Tundra
Correct.
up here.
Yep.
And just to start with, just give us a little bit of a rundown of B.A.S. suspensions. You know, what you guys do, of course, for maybe
Right.
somebody that's not super familiar.
Sure.
And then, you know, what we got going on here at ICAST this year.
So we've been making suspension products since the early 90s. I mean, BDS is our mic fell off there. So BDS is an American-owned company based out of Coldwater, Michigan. We, like I said, making suspension for everything for your Ford, Dodge, Chevy, Toyota, most of your Nissan products and all that. American-owned, American-founded. You know, we have partnered with, you know, Fox. And so, of course, all of our kits come with your good Fox shocks and all on it. So, yeah, just, you know, kind of been out there for a while doing our thing. You know, we wanted to, our thought process here was, you know, we're at this event. The guys have a boat. You got to have a truck to pull the boat to the lake. You know, everyone wants that lifted truck. So we're like, hey, there's a lot of, you know, potential here to get a new market segment and all that. That's why we decided to come to ICAST and kind of check it out, talk to the people. And so far, we've been, you know, approached by a lot of people talking about the truck and lift kits and things like that. So it's worked out. I mean, to be this early in the event, it's been very good for us so far.
Well, when you bring a Toyota that looks like this one in here,
Correct.
to the show floor, it doesn't take much to get the
Right.
people excited. But,
Right.
You know, you kind of mentioned it there, but this being your first ICAST,
Correct.
early on the first day, like what have been the impressions so far? A lot of foot traffic, a lot of
Yes,
excited people in here. This is, to me, like the first day, first morning is when everybody is the most
Yeah,
excited.
I mean, you know, people are excited. They're walking around. I mean, we've done, probably gave away couple hundred stickers and 200 pairs of sunglasses. I mean, people are just, you know, they're overwhelming to welcome us to this industry and this segment of the market and all that. So we're happy all the way. I mean, it's been very good for us. And to be very early in the event, we're only, what, 3 hours in so far? So, yeah, but I mean, they're definitely good for us. So.
Well, we couldn't be any more happy that you're here as well. And
thank you.
Like I said, we noticed the tundra when we were walking by yesterday, and we decided, you know what, we were going to make the track over here.
Yeah.
Because when we started live, was basingly the exact opposite corner.
Right.
So, the people still tuning in right now, they've got to see us do a lot of walking, but well
right.
worth it, 100%.
Yeah, well, we're definitely the dumb guys that bring a truck to a fishing boat show. I mean, but hey, I mean, it works though, because there's not very many vehicles in here.
That's true.
I mean, so especially us showing off suspension products.
100%.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, well, we're super excited and pumped.
Well, we appreciate you letting us.
Likewise,
stop by.
thank
That
you.
was,
Yeah.
Very, very informative.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you for letting us check out.
Yeah, please check it out. Walk all around. If you got any questions, just let us know.
Bruce, we appreciate it.
All right,
thank
thanks,
you,
guys.
sir.
Yeah.
I got to take a look at the truck myself.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to look at it. You guys got to take a look.
I mean, not really. I didn't really.
I mean, that just looks mean.
It does.
Like, you know, I don't know a better way to describe it. Like, that is mean.
And when it comes down to it, you know, it's if you don't catch fish in a tournament, which, you know, I can relate to that.
Oh, likewise.
Yeah, you got to have a good looking truck.
Yeah, no question.
I mean, if you're not good, you got to at least look like you know what you're doing.
You know, the terminology, you got to have, you know, something to write home about. Well, this is something to write home in.
Yeah,
There's no
you're telling
doubt
me.
about that.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that. And
Yeah, we got shirts.
you know, Bruce
What's
mentioned it as well, but you can look on the Fox Factory YouTube page, and they have some really awesome content showing off some of that. But super excited to come down here and check this out, because this is something I was looking forward to myself. Check it out. Yeah. And yeah, let's go. We teased at this yesterday. We talked about getting Dave Mercer in here. I say we go find Dave Mercer. Laura's a big Dave Mercer supporter, as are we. We've been talking about it all morning. Let's go find him. What
He's
do you
around
think,
here.
Tommy?
He's around here somewhere.
You can walk with us. We can walk together.
We don't need to do anything too crazy. We got to stay upright, stay vertical here.
I'm going to shoot him a text right now and let him know we're coming to him.
Well, worst case is I can always just track the, you know, I put a little tracker on him.
Yeah.
Just so we can keep tags on him. Yeah.
If we had him on Live 360, we could just straight up show him right now.
Yes.
There's Bill Dance again. I mean, if that don't get you fired up, what does? As he's trying to take a picture, we're just back here.
Yeah.
He's like, who are these goobers? I want to say where Dave Mercer should be a straight shot this way. I'm almost certain of it. And if it's not, then
Where's he at?
We'll
Did
see.
he,
I want to say he's at Pure Fishing.
yeah, I think that's right. It's between us and Shimano right there.
You know what I would really appreciate doing too? So Bernie Schultz texted me this morning asking about, you know, shooting some video content and, you know, how about some live video content? You want some video content? We're going to bring it to you live.
Doesn't get much better than that. Get you a taste of that, Bernie.
I know how I would feel if somebody put a camera in my face and told me, hey, we're live.
Hey,
and
we're live.
yeah, made it. Well, I know we're live. This guy doesn't know we're live, clearly. Man, my goodness, heads up.
Excuse us.
How are you?
Excuse me.
What do we think he's listening to on his AirPods there? Even if we can't see Dave Mercer, we'll be able to hear him, right? I mean, that's gonna be the loudest guy here.
Look at all these guys. Wow.
Hey, Bailey, it's good to see you. Well, we're live on YouTube right now, so don't say anything dumb. Where's Dave Mercer? That's what we want to know.
Should be in the back right over here. Behind where Shane is talking up there.
Okay.
You should be right below the motor.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Let's go find him, folks.
Oh, can't go that way.
Oh yeah, roadblock.
Dead end there.
Let's punt again. We're punting again. Been doing a lot of punting this morning. Look at Shane LaHue up here giving a Fleet Series Pro. Shane LaHue giving a demonstration. You gotta love that. There's Dave Mercer. Oh.
Kyle, do you think whenever Shane's done, if I made my way up there, you think anyone
I don't even think you have
stop
to
me?
wait. I think you just go up there now with Shane and see what it's about.
Just kind of take over, or you think like
You don't even have to go live when you're already live.
Yeah.
What's he throwing right now? Is it Credge?
Gotta be. Yeah, it is summertime.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Fish in the tanks do get pretty worked up this time of year.
Yeah, well,
that is a Credge, yeah.
I'm gonna say kind of surprised he hasn't caught one yet. I think they tend to keep those fish in there pretty hungry.
We'll walk over here, give a good view of Shane.
And the bill on this bait is actually pointed up, where your traditional jerkbait style lure is actually pointed down. So this bait is going up and away from the fish instead of your traditional lures that are going down and away from it. And if you get them following it, you can pause it, kill it, and it's going to flutter backwards away from it.
Hey, let's walk. I want to be able to see the tank. That's what I really want to be able to do, but it's kind of hard.
You can almost work this thing just like
We'll have to deal with some other ICASTers.
Hey man, how are you? Good to see you, brother.
Picking it up and letting it shimmy. I think the key with this bait about getting all the bites
down, maybe get the camera
is
down
number one, the bait's going up and away from the fish. They're thinking they can pin it on the surface. And then if they don't want to eat it like that, like I said, you can actually shoot it backwards to them when you stop retrieving it. So yeah, that fish chased it to the surface. That's doing the short little twitches like a minnow that's actually coming up to the surface trying to get away from that bass. Because a lot of times, we see minnows going, or shad, or herring, or whatever it may be, alewives, things like that. Those shad are always, most likely, they're going up to the surface to try to get away from the fish, because that's their best way to escape, is to jump out of the water. They think that, a little shad like that bass thinks, well, this bait's trying to get away from me. It's going up to the surface really, really quickly. I got to catch up to it. And again, if you're watching your live scope and you see a fish, like I said, if he's chasing it and following it, you can just kill it, let it sink backwards to him, let it go back down, pull it back up. It's just a very unique bait as far as how many different things you can do with it.
What do we think the chances are that Shane LaHue is going to get a backlash here while doing the
That's
demonstration?
the new Berkeley Credge. It's part of the forward
I think it's
facing
definitely
sonar
a possibility.
optimized bait line. If you guys got time, they're down there talking about it right now. Very, very unique bait there.
Got a couple Elite Series
You know
pros
who we
standing
can,
over there.
you know who we can put on
Mike
the
Iaconelli.
spot is Hunter Shryock.
Here you go, Kyle.
It's actually everybody, and I got a match.
One thing to keep in mind at ICAST is there are a lot of people around.
A lot of people. Sometimes you got to wait your turn, and that's okay. Hey, no pressure. We're live on YouTube. Congrats. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, awesome.
Go ahead
Let's
and
go.
hook you
We're
up.
live.
We're live.
You interrupted my conversation with Vegas the Hammer, okay? He just caught 21 pounds at his junior tournament. That's phenomenal.
That's worth talking about.
That's worth
no question about it.
You want to bring Vegas in? Hey Vegas, do you want to be on YouTube live with Bass Nation? Do it. All right, talk. Yeah.
Well, let's mic you up here.
So,
All right, you're
so
mic'd
you
up.
just broke the record for your.
Yeah.
You tell us.
So I broke the record for my Bass Junior New Jersey Bass Nation event. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Yeah.
That's awesome, phenomenal.
Thank you.
And you've been fishing the junior stuff for how long now?
Like I started when I was like 9, so like 5-ish, 4 years.
13 years old now.
Yeah.
Who's your dad again? Oh yeah, Mike Iaconelli. So you're probably going to be hearing this name here real soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to be fishing against you.
Maybe,
Probably.
maybe,
18 years old. He's going to be on the Bassmaster or sooner. Bassmaster Elite Series. Yeah. That's awesome. What's your favorite thing about ICAST? This is your first ICAST.
Probably just like all the new releases
Yeah.
of all the sponsors like bringing new stuff for us to try, and we can go out with the baits and just try them.
It's too much to look at though, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much going on.
It's a lot of stuff.
Well, we were having fun. We're live. How long have we been live for? 50?
Almost an hour, yeah.
Almost an hour.
Almost
Awesome.
an entire hour. So we came by the Pure Fish booth. It's a big booth, giant booth.
Yes.
We come by and we hear that you catch the biggest bag in a junior tournament. Last question I have for you, because you're talking about baits. What's your favorite bait to throw? Like if you could only throw one for the rest of the time.
It kind of changes through the years.
Okay.
I'm gonna say drop shot because I like deep water fishing, the fight, keeping your drag loose. But if it's like shallow water fishing, like going in the creeks, they're like flipping a creature hog. Those are probably my main two.
I like it. Two extremes, power and finesse, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Well, Vegas, we appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for telling some fish stories. That's what we need more of on here. We got a lot of us just walking around. We need more fish stories, so much
awesome.
appreciated. So we will let you get back to it. I'll nab that off of you. And Hunter, what do we got new around here? Let's talk about something new going on here in the Pure Fishing booth.
We got all kinds of new stuff. What haven't you seen yet?
Nothing in here. So
Nothing?
you pick something. You pick something you're excited about,
All right.
and that's what we want you to show.
Man, we got new reels. Obviously, Abby Garcia is coming out with new stuff. I'm gonna go show you one bait and line. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
All
Yes,
right,
100%.
bait and line that I'm pretty excited about.
Let's do it.
What's happening? We are on YouTube Live right now. Platter crawl, Edwin Evers, okay? Built-in head. So I'm a big sight fisherman.
We know.
We've seen.
We know.
Yes. So what you're going to see here is obviously super realistic, okay? The head's made into it. It's already got the hook. It's got a weed guard on it. You can fish it around docks. But to me, the biggest thing that I saw right off the rip was this is going to be a bed fishing awesome bait because it's got these 2 rattles in the pinchers. And I've been doing that for years now, putting a rattle in my crawl when I'm sight fishing. And you will literally watch a fish that's swimming around the bed, swimming around. And when you put a rattle in it, boom, they'll like lock on. So to already have it pre-rigged, have a good sturdy hook in it. I'm super excited about this bait. The other one is the Foremost forward-facing science line. Let's go over here. So Berkeley's been putting, forward-facing sonar, hate it or love it. Everybody's, I know, don't hit me. Yeah, well, we're good. But obviously at Berkeley, we've been coming out with baits designed specifically for forward-facing sonar. It's been, the big topic of discussion, but now we've got forward line. So braided line, silky, so smooth, and it doesn't absorb water like a typical braid. So it's going to be able to basically cast further, do the whole jig head minnow thing a lot better because it doesn't have as much scope in the line. So it's actually going to sink some, because they say sinking braid, which really it's the diameter of the braid which causes it to sink. So this stuff, they put a ton of work into it. I'm super excited about it because, you know, I'm a power fisherman, but I also got 5 spinning rods in my boat all throughout the year now. I'm going to have this on it. So cool stuff.
Outstanding, Hunter. We put you on the spot and you knocked it out of the park.
I'm
not surprised at all.
I don't know about that.
But we appreciate it. We wanted to stop by, and you know, this booth's a happening booth right now, and plenty of folks in here checking out the new stuff. But we appreciate you for showing us some of the new stuff.
I can't believe they got you on live for an hour,
dude. We don't have many great choices. I'll be honest.
That's awesome.
We looked at the choices that were here, and they were like,
dude,
you're doing
this is great. Hey, if you weren't able to make it, you got it right now.
That's the idea, you know. I speak for myself. Up until the last few years, you know, ICAST is something as a fan and as an angler you pay so much attention to because it's all the new stuff you want to buy and you want to see. But you know, it's obviously a more exclusive show to get into for media and retailers and obviously the companies. So that's what we're trying to do here on YouTube Live is exactly like you said. Show them an inside look.
This is the inside look. It's mad chaos. Now I'm pretty excited because I feel like there's more people here this year, kind of like, you know, 4, 5, 6 years ago. So
absolutely.
Hey, let's look at this. Look at this. We even got fish. We even got the fish tank view. I've never seen that before, but it's pretty dang cool.
So we've got the actual fish tank, and then the vertical fish tank view.
The vertical
This
fish.
is new. This is new.
This is new. I don't even know what we do with this. Like, someone throw a lure in here. Do you guys want me to get up on the tank? Let's get up on the tank. All right, I'll let you get back.
We watched Shane let you do it.
Oh, did you? Oh, you could have done it right here.
No, we didn't even know this existed, but we'll know for tomorrow, and we're gonna be live again tomorrow. So at some point,
I'll be here.
The most inopportune, time. I'm gonna come find you. I'm gonna put this mic on you.
I'll be like finishing my lunch or something.
Yes.
You'll be like,
tomorrow we might go even longer just to find you during lunch. Yeah, go ahead and give us a detailed breakdown of what you're doing right here. What is that? Lo mein? Is that what we're eating right here? But Hunter, appreciate you, man. We'll nab that mic off of you. Appreciate you a ton, and we'll see you the rest of the show, brother.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, dude. Laura, I'm going to give you the mic back. Here's what I say. We're getting close to the hour mark. Let's go see the Bass booth. We haven't even showed the Bass booth
We
yet.
should do that.
And it's a really neat booth this year. Great job by Will Flowers and team creating something a little bit different, big screen, very exciting. So let's go walk and take a look. We're not too far from it. And then we're going to sign off for today and get some content up on Bassmaster.com.
And yeah, stay tuned on Bassmaster.com. We'll have articles and stories and photo galleries, the whole galore, all week long. So.
Let us give, because we post like
Shimano booth, one we'll check out tomorrow, along with Daiwa as well. Alrighty.
Kyle, what were your thoughts from today?
Well,
live?
My thoughts from today are that we're like not even close to being done. The real work's about to start as far as shooting content for the website. But so far so good, you know. I think, like I said earlier on live, seems like the first day is always the most exciting because, you know, there's so much work. You can tell just watching the live stream, there's so much work that goes into building all this. Each individual company that, you know, builds their booth, they put a lot of time and effort into it. We get to kind of see the process of what that looks like. Like I said, it takes a lot. So the first day is always exciting because it all finally comes together and everybody gets to see it. And so far, so good. Like I said, I'm excited because, you know, we just got to see a pretty small
anglers,
pretty small number of things today. Like I said, we're going to do an extreme deep dive on Bassmaster.com, and then tomorrow on live as well from 10 Eastern to 11. So I told you the back end time. But as you can see here, the booth. Look how awesome this booth is. We've got the screen playing highlights. That's super exciting. The trophies. We've got some of the merch over here. This is maybe my favorite shirt of all time. I still don't have one yet, but it is probably my favorite shirt of all time. As you can tell, that's my style. The button-up, kind of looser shirt. Beautiful shirt. And we were just talking about Will Flowers, about how he did such a great job doing this booth. We're gonna have him sign us off alive today. He's standing here. Will Flowers is gonna sign us off alive today.
This is pressure. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget, we'll be live again tomorrow from 10 to 11 Eastern. So thanks for joining, all of you. And Kyle, thank you for taking everybody on a journey.
Absolutely.
It was fun.
It was definitely a journey.
It was fun to tune in. Saw some familiar faces. So
a lot of fun, and we will see you there tomorrow. And again, tune in to Bassmaster.com all day long.
Yep. Thank y'all.
Let's bring it up a little bit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's run this thing. Let's just keep going real quick. What we'll do, let's just do one of these fantasy fishing podcasts. Hey friends, Mark Zona hanging out. And you know what? I haven't been on Bassmaster Live for like the last 2 events, and I've got a lot of pent up energy that I've saved for this ICAST. Anyway, obviously 2 more big events to come, Lake Champlain, and then we're gonna head to the St. Lawrence River that I will be in studio for. But what's very interesting to me, the Angler of the Year race this year, like a lot of times you're like, all right, there's some separate. Angler of the Year race right now, kind of a mystery.
Yes, it is.
Join us on Bassmaster Live. I'm out of here.